Hi guys and welcome to Angling For You, and today you join me on the Winter League, round 4 for me, but round 5 in the 8-match series. Obviously I dropped one for having to work, so and you join me back on peg 4 on the main lake. It's like we just magnetically pulled back to the same peg, although that gives me a little bit of some thought process. I'm keeping it simple today. The weather's absolutely freezing, absolutely awful, so I even brought my pole with me today. A few of you might think that's a bit of a silly thing, but you know, long hard week, I just want to sit and relax and enjoy my fishing. So today I've got a 2-prong approach based around feeder fishing. I've got a bomb and bread, which is on this new Carp King Browning rod, 8 foot, and with a little Crossfire Browning reel. We've got an X-Safe, a third of an ounce, 10 gram little bomb, and about 10 inches of 0.16 power micron to a 14's Q-curve hook with a little quick stop on, and that quick stop has got 3 little bits of punched bread, and that's going to be my start of matches in around 7 minutes. So I've got maggots with me, and I've got some ground bait which will be on my other rod. I'll get that and show you very quickly. Now that the rules have changed at Oak Tree, you're allowed to use a shorter hook link and you're allowed to use a method, but it's got to be in line, of course. So that's what we've got on this rod, which is a Daiwa End Zone 10 foot with a Ninja reel. Again, 5-pound Maxima on both of these. Got a small Dura Banjo on there with around a 6-inch hook link with a Guru F1 pellet hook on, because I'm going to fish 3 dead reds, and we're going to use some of the Adrenaline baits, black ground bait, F1 ground bait, for putting in to the feeder. Now we've got the feeder obviously as a small one, it's a short chuck, but I don't want a lot of feed. We haven't got peg 3 in today, but we have got Steve, who's on peg 2, so we're sort of sharing a little bit of space to the right. Got Matty Shaw on my left, so left I've pretty much got a fish in front of myself, so you know that's what we'll do, which is fine. And we'll I'm going to start, my main attack is going to be bomb and bread, and what I'm going to do is just plod around, you know, just trying to find a fish. Now I do apologise if the video itself is not as it normally is in regards to how I have to position the camera. Today is underneath the umbrella, and I don't obviously want the camera to get wet, so we might have to move it around just to see different angles, and you might not get as much of me in the shot or more of me in the shot depending, but we'll do as best to accommodate that kind of that angle, and unfortunately that's what we can do today if you want some footage. And to be honest, this video might not even be on there, because if it's absolutely abysmal, then there's no point in wasting your time, but we'll give it a go. We're ready to try and catch fish, so fingers crossed we'll be able to do that. And yeah, it's going to be a long 5 hours, that is for sure. But you know, that's winter fishing, isn't it? You join a winter league, you fish the winter weather. That's pretty much how it's going to be. So we'll see. I'm excited to start off. I'll just have a double check how long left. I've tried to put very minimal gear. I've got 5 minutes left before we start. I've got very minimal gear out today, just so it's less to clear away when it's absolutely soaked. Yeah, so join us in a couple of seconds and we'll be off, ready to, fingers crossed, hook up into a couple of fish, and yeah, 2 seconds and it'll be the all in. Right guys, all in it is. All I'd say is when you're doing an all in and you're casting, don't rush to get your casting, because just because it's an all in, get yourself sorted and don't like end up throwing it into a bush or something. So like I said, we've started on the little 8 foot with a little bit of bomb and bread. And today, boys, is going to be a waiting game. So, joyfully for you, if we do have any action, we can, you'll see us dip in and out. But for me, it's going to be a long day. Right, guys, it's a different day. We're sat in a different room and we're gonna go talk around yesterday's session. Let's just call it that. So, in my journey on the Winter League, you got to show the good, you got to show the bad. Yesterday was definitely the latter. So I've even waited a day to film this outro, purely for how annoyed I was yesterday. So we knew it was going to be difficult. It's been ice cold all week, and rain on and off, but towards the end of this week, a lot of rain. So I pulled peg 4, as I did on the main leg the previous session, which I ended up with 5th or something like that out of 10 or 11, or maybe 12, something like that. In that match, with around £7.5 or so, with a couple of carp that bumped that up. So the two weights that were clearly the winner on the match before were in peg 11 and peg 2 to the right of me. Again, all carp, and the winning weight to my right 2 pegs was bomb and bread. So the weather was atrociously planned. Luckily it wasn't too windy, but chucking it down and rain. It was on and off. Sometimes it was chucking it down, then it was, drizzling. That's just fishing in winter, or fishing in Britain. But what happened is, I thought, I'm not going to take the pole. It's been a long week. I've been struggling with my shoulder. So I thought I'd take the rod, and we'll go for the carp. I took a little 8-foot bomb rod, as you saw when we did the setup. And I also had my 10-foot end zone with a little method on there. Which I was using deads and black F1. So I thought we're in it. I knew that there'd been a few caught around that island. It's not a peggy venue. The fish move around, and I knew that at peg 3 went in, so I could push a little slightly to the right if need be. Nothing. Not even a bite. Not one single touch liner or anything. I worked up and down. I tried both methods. I came slightly off the island. I was virtually under it. Nothing. So I ended up with 3 ounce, which is insane. And I only weighed in because to my left didn't even get a bite, and over the road didn't even get a bite. So I knew that I wouldn't get 10 points. And it could be a dropper, this one, which is, let's hope we don't have any more as bad as this, and I could use this as one of my droppers. But what I ended up doing is making a pole rig on my little small F1 bomb rod, and I caught 3 small roach close in, and that was it. That 3 bites, 3 fish. Insane. Like I said, the peg to my left, not even a sniff. The peg again, 2 to my right, won the match like it did the last time I fished there, but only with £15.10, I think it was, which was 2 carp and an F1. So he only had 3 bites as well. Going to the left of that, Tony, he only had 1 bite, 1 fish, £2 something. Matt, he fished for silvers for a bit longer, and he had 1 small, very small carp, and he still ended up with about £3 odd, and he had about 30 fish. And it was the same story all the way around. A couple of low 3s, £4, and a couple of £10. Again, just 2 carp, 2 bites, that's it. So it was truly rock hard. But there's no fish on there for you to see. I know you've seen that, and if you've got this far, I appreciate you for watching through. I just want to say to you all that keep your chin up. That's match fishing. It really peed me off that day. I'm a person that likes to compete, especially when I've got fishing's my relaxing time. It is what it is, and that's just what's happened. And you got to take it on the chin, come back, rethink, and try to organise that for next time that you come. So that's just match fishing, so don't get down if you do it. So guys, if you would like, share and subscribe, join us on the Facebook group, which is getting massive at the moment, and the same as on the Instagram at angling_for_you. If you want to check out any other feature videos or anything else, and then do look on the playlist. And until the next one, guys, hopefully we'll have some more fish in the next match, and I'll see you soon. Ta-lines.